Right, hello, I'm Paul from Your Next Guitar, and today we're going to run through the beginner's guide to guitar specifications. If you're new to the guitar and want to buy your first guitar, or you're thinking of getting your next guitar and you're not sure about all the gumph the manufacturers say to you, I'm going to quickly run through what it all means. Here we have an acoustic guitar, which is probably what you might buy if you're buying your first guitar. The most important thing about an acoustic guitar is the wood it is made from. Generally on the top, this is the top, is made from spruce. That's because it's a great wood that vibrates nicely. When you hit the strings, it vibrates the top, and the body acts as a box to amplify the sound out of here. Generally the tops are made from spruce. You also get cedar and mahogany, and a few exotic woods like koa, etc. The back and the sides are generally made from rosewood, either solid or laminated in cheaper guitars, but you can also get maple, mahogany, koa and other exotic woods. 99.9% of all acoustic guitars have a spruce top, rosewood back and sides. Looking at the top as well, you'll have binding around the outside of the guitar. That protects the edges where it's all glued together. Generally that is plastic, as in this case. You have a rosette which goes around the sound hole. That can be a transfer, as on here it might be inlaid on more expensive guitars. You have a pick guard which protects the finish when you're using a plectrum. We'll turn now to the neck. Necks have to be very strong due to the tension of the strings, so they're made from very hard woods like ebony, like mahogany. And you'll see here that the top, which is the fretboard, the part you put your fingers on, is generally a different wood, and that is rosewood, ebony and sometimes maple. This again is bound. You can see it's got binding on it. Not all fingerboards are bound. And it will have, on an acoustic, around 20 frets. Generally, today's acoustics join at the 14th fret, which is here. And you also might get some fancy inlays down the fingerboard. This here is the bridge, which connects the strings to the top of the body. These are bridge pins. This is your saddle. If they say it is compensated, that means it's cut in a special way so that the intonation of the guitar is correct. The scale length of a guitar is twice the distance of where the strings come off onto the neck to the 12th fret. So that distance between there to there is the scale length, and that can be different on different guitars. If we turn to the top, this is the headstock, which generally is a piece of wood glued onto the neck with a different facing on it. These are your tuning machines or machine heads, which you use for tuning. This here is the nut. That has to be very hard so it doesn't rub away, but it also has to have a smooth surface because your strings are going to move across that as you tune it. These are generally made from either plastic, bone or synthetic materials. You will also have strap buttons, one there and one at the back, which helps you to put a strap on to hold the guitar. And if it has electrics in it, it will have a pickup which will be generally underneath the saddle here, which is a piezo pickup, and you'll have a preamp like this, which has bass, middle, treble, volume, brightness, etc. This generally requires a battery, and then you'll have a hole where the jack plugs into to go into an amplifier. So that's a quick fire through of the beginner's guide to specifications on an acoustic guitar, so that next time you go to a guitar shop you'll know what they're talking about.